Hello there.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Hello everybody. I'm gonna go down the Embarcadero here. Take a little street walk of Morro Bay Embarcadero. There's the Beach Burger, they're closed. Groggy Scallywag Coffee House. This is actually this might be better from the other side of the street. There's the shell shop. That might be the oldest thing here. That was here when I first came here in 1975. Even the sign is still the same. Look at that old neon. You might be able to see the spikes at the top, which are to keep the gulls off. Okay, yeah, this you get a better view of things. That is 3 Stacks and a Rock craft beer. Hopefully we're connected this time. That's Marina Square. A lot of shops. And then upstairs is a tiny museum. I might hit someone trying to call me. Yeah, the shops. You can get t-shirts, hoodies, hats, mugs. Pretty much anything they can put Morro Bay on, you can buy it. Windows on the Water. Supposed to be the best place to eat in town. Highly recommend it. I've never eaten there. It's pretty spendy. And there's a lot of good seafood here. It's much more reasonable. Images, that's another shop. There's Dutchman's, which used to be the Flying Dutchman, and they changed it to just Dutchman. I had the fish and chips the first night from there, and yesterday had a cup of chowder. This is a snack that tide me over. There's Kelly's Candies, also featuring slow roasted coffee. I've had that before, it's good. Then that's Rose's Bar and Grill. The restaurant used to be on the top floor as well, but now the restaurant is only on the main floor. And the upstairs, where it says Rose's Landing, Inn at Rose's Landing. So what they've done there is they've taken the top floor and turned it into a boutique hotel. And then the little gift shop is still down below. there's the Libertine. That was a pub, but it's closed now. And they're doing the same thing there, so you can see where this is going. They're rebuilding that to turn that into a boutique hotel. And why not? You've got all these buildings with right on the bay. There's one that they just finished building just a couple of years ago, if that. Yeah, not even 2 years. Maybe a year plus they've been opened. That used to be the Under the Sea Gallery, which it still is on the lower floor, but they tore that entire building down and turned it into, you guessed it, another boutique hotel, Harbor Walk Inn. The Boatyard, the gray building, that's been there a long time. That is where, oh, and they also, I'm going to cross back over now, off to the right here. That's the lower level of the Blue Sail Inn. I've stayed there many times over the years. It's a good place, and the views are really good. I want to get a close-up of the play area here. That was also part of the Harbor Walk Inn. So you've got a little play area here. We'll go over the back way. You can walk right along the water too. I'll do that coming back. Electric boat, kayak rentals. Oh yeah, here on YouTube I have the electric boat, part of the electric boat cruise I took with my buddy Eric in October last year. That's the first time I ever rented a boat. Carousel Taffy, that's an oldie, that's been here forever. As have both of these wine tasting places. Local wines. And this place here, which is now Kickers, for many years, this was called the Auto Rock Cafe. This was the happening spot in town as far as bars go, some live music. Now they have live music down at the dockside. The Anderson Inn is seen here. They were the second, no, they were the third. They were the third place to have rooms on the bay. The place I'm staying at one time, those were the only 3 rooms on the bay in the whole town. So now there's a lot more. They opened the Estero Inn shortly after that. And then, I don't know, I'd say around 2000, the Anderson opened. Hello, Kathy Harden. The Galley Seafood Grill and Bar. That's a really good place. They're a little on a spendy side too, but not as bad as Windows on the Water. The Hofbrau, known for their roast beef. But one thing I learned years ago, they've got the best calamari and chips in town, and it's cheap. I'll probably hit that up later. Another sweet shop. The Poppy's been here for a while. That's another shop. House of Juju. That used to be called something else, but it's always been a restaurant. Well, it looks like I'm connected today, Kathy. I couldn't get connected to YouTube this morning. It was driving me nuts. And then we went into slow for a while. And there's the rock, of course. And this is Anchor Park. And then here's where the road curves. And then you've got Giovanni's Fish Market. That's been here forever. That's a good place for lunch too. In fact, I might go there. But first, I just thought of something. Yeah, I've been promising you guys the sea lions. Well, hell, we're right by them. Yeah, Mike pointed that out, or I would have never known about the sound. Well, I've got to remember to, when I'm pushing buttons, to make sure I didn't press mute audio. And here we have the sea lion platform. I'm going to zoom in on that. I'll try to anyway. Oh yeah, wasn't that spectacular, Kathy? I always say the mornings and the sunsets are my favorite times of day here. So anyway, they built that for the sea lions because, well, see, that's what I do. I push buttons and then I flip it around. There we go. Anyway, they built that because if they didn't have that, the sea lions will just jump up onto these boats. They can apparently leap pretty high out of the water.
Oh, now that's the water.
Across the street there, that's the surf shop, Wavelengths. That's actually with the outlet store. They built a new one over there. That's Wavelengths now. So they now have two buildings. They didn't used to. But they've got that one now, a surf shop, and this one now is their outlet store. I tell you, I remember back in the mid to late 70s, that was Mr. K's coffee shop. I still remember that. Ate there a few times. They don't really have anything like that here anymore. That's what's missing, because not only was there Mr. K's, but for many years, even after Mr. K's went out, this Giovanni's, the building on the right where it's a shirt shop, that used to be the Coffee Pot restaurant. That was another breakfast place, but they went out of business, and then Giovanni's took over the whole building. Look at those apartments up there. Look at those lucky people. They got that view all the time. Fantastic. And then down this way, that's where I left off yesterday, where the otter nursery is, which we'll go out there a bit later. But right now I'm going to grab some lunch here at Giovanni's, I think. I'm hungry. And, we'll go look at the crabs too. They've got a live crab tank out in front here. Sometimes they have lobster inside too. Let's see what they must be some in there. There's plenty of people gathered around. That's awesome. Oh yeah, look at that.
Sorry.
Hold one up there. I don't know how well you can see that. Just body surf and raft surf, Kathy. I never could stand up. There's some space in there. I've definitely seen this full. Well, yeah, there's crabs. Let's see if they got any lobsters. They probably do. Well, they got a couple. There's some lobsters. Looks like they got a pretty good wine section too. So anyway, I want to grab something to eat, and I'll try to come on later and show you a little bit more. Looking back that way. It's small. You should be able to tell that by now. It's a very small town. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it, enjoying the scenery. Let's take another look at the rock here. And then I'm gonna get in the lunch line. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you later on.